Of course, when I was younger, there were so many things I wanted to do. I think the first one, I wanted to be an actor. I think that's why I like doing things like this, because I'm talking to people. I love talking to people. Well, in those days, I couldn't make enough money as an actor. I did a little acting, but it didn't pay that well. I also wanted to be in the advertising business. I love ads. When I read a magazine, I usually spend as much time reading the advertisements as whatever the magazine has. Then I thought, when I was very young, I wanted to be a lawyer, because I had gone to a movie. Oh, I must have been about 10 years old. And there was one scene with a lawyer, and he was speaking so beautifully, and he was swaying the jury, and everybody thought he was so wonderful. And I thought, boy, it must be great to be able to get up there in front of a jury and have somebody set free or convicted if you're the DA. I didn't realize that the talking you do is the least of it. Most of it is paperwork and studying, so I didn't become a lawyer. And when I was very young, I wanted to be the usual, a policeman, a fireman, a cowboy. Everything, the whole world seemed exciting to me. And I've got to tell you, it still does. You know, it's a funny thing. Today, comic book writers get really a lot of respect because people know that so many motion pictures are based on what they're writing. But boy, was it different years ago when I started. Nobody cared about comic books. Nobody had any respect for them. I remember I'd go to a cocktail party, let's say, with my wife, and somebody would walk over to me, a stranger, and he'd say, "What do you do?" Boy, I knew it was coming. I'd say, "Oh, I'm a writer," and I tried to walk away, but he'd follow me and, "Oh, what do you write?" I still tried to avoid the ultimate outcome, and I would say, "Oh, I write magazine stories." Kept walking away, kept following me. Well, what kind of magazine stories? For what magazines? At some point, I had to say comic books. Immediately, the interest ended. The guy would turn around, walk in the other direction. Of course, now it's totally different. Now it's, excuse me, Tom Cruise, I think that's Stan Lee over there. I've got to talk to him. He writes comic books. I'm only kidding.